The 1970s, a time when life felt like a never-ending disco party with a touch of bell-bottomed rebellion. If you were lucky enough to grow up in this magical era, you experienced a world filled with color, groove, and an almost innocent joy that seems a bit lost in today's fast-paced, screen-obsessed reality. First, let's talk about love in the 70s. Romance was a mix of John Travolta-esque charm and flower-powered sincerity. Dates often meant roller skating hand in hand at the rink, sharing a milkshake at a diner, or slow dancing to the soothing voice of Barry White. Unlike today's digital swiping culture, love in the 70s took effort. You had to actually pick up a phone, a real one with a cord, and call someone. And if you had a crush, you didn't just send a text. You passed a handwritten note folded with the precision of an origami expert. And the fashion? Absolutely unforgettable. The 70s gave us a stunning mix of bohemian chic and disco glam. Women radiated confidence in high-waisted jeans, peasant blouses, and platforms so high they doubled as a step stool. Men strutted around in wide-collared shirts, polyester suits, and the tightest pants mankind has ever known. And let's not forget the glorious hairstyles, from feathered Farrah Fawcett waves to the effortlessly cool afros that defined an era. Compare that to today, where the trendiest look is the effortless, messy bun that took 3 hours and 20 hair products to achieve. Speaking of effort, let's move on to music, arguably the heartbeat of the decade. There was truly something for everyone. You had the soulful serenades of Marvin Gaye, the rock anthems of Led Zeppelin, the disco magic of the Bee Gees, and even the pure funk of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Unlike today's repetitive auto-tuned anthems, 70s music had depth, heart, and instruments played by actual human hands. Whether you were grooving at a club or simply playing your vinyl at home, music felt alive and real. Now let's talk food. The 70s was a golden age for fun and experimental cuisine. You weren't cool unless you owned a fondue set, and every party had at least one suspiciously bright Jell-O mold. Microwave dinners were a novelty, not a daily necessity, and everything came with a side of extra butter because no one was counting macros back then. We had real burgers, real milkshakes, and soda that actually contained sugar, not whatever weird substitute is lurking in diet sodas today. Finally, let's appreciate the natural beauty of women in the 70s. Unlike today's obsession with filters, fillers, and high-definition everything, women in this era embraced their unique looks. Makeup was fun but not mandatory, and beauty was about glowing skin, sun-kissed hair, and an easy, confident smile. Whether it was the effortless glamour of Jane Birkin or the captivating grace of Pam Grier, women of the 70s had an undeniable, effortless appeal. The 1970s was a time of adventure, spontaneity, and undeniable charm. It was about music that made you move, food that made you happy, and love that required a little bit of effort, but was all the more rewarding because of it. And honestly, wouldn't it be great if we could bring just a little bit of that magic back today?